This is Sean Sport in podcast form.
Great to have Seabass in the house. Of course, last time she was in here, we're talking about her being freshly engaged.
Taken off the market, everybody.
Has there been a lot of disappointing people just reaching out to you going,
A lot of men. I've seen a lot of men crying in the street.
Missed opportunity.
No, I don't think so. And to be honest, I actually forget to wear my ring sometimes because I don't like to wear it when I exercise.
And when you're on a date.
sure.
Ingrained in me, that too. Ingrained in me is, you can't wear jewellery when you're playing exercise. So playing footy now, training, I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to leave it in my car. It
You don't
stresses me
trust
out.
your teammates to
I
leave it in your
don't.
locker. Yeah.
So
Sometimes I take mine off too because the more I wear it, and particularly if I'm out in the town, the chicks just have a crack at me.
You don't want to risk the tan lines, do you?
No, this is true. Also, a bad story. One of the netball girls lost her wedding ring because she put it in her bag and then couldn't find it again. 2 years later, she found it had jammed itself inside her whistle.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to wear underwear.
Yeah. So, but she had a brand new one. There you go.
Wow.
Brand new one, don't you?
Always look in your whistle.
I know, right? No,
That's when you need Pilates.
But I actually, I got to go down to Dockers for the first time yesterday, so I took it upon myself. I don't actually go out there very often. I'm not sure why. I get sent to Eagles a lot, but I haven't been out there this pre-season. So Craig O'Donoghue was heading down. I said, look, can I tag along? He said, of course. So got to go down there and watch them train. And Sean Darcy, he's looking pretty good. Sean,
Yeah.
is he?
Oh, yay.
He was attacking some balls quite aggressively during their ruckcraft stuff.
Is he walking gingerly or anything? Because he always seems to be
No,
injured.
he looked great. He was
So
jumping,
he's just
running.
come back from Qatar where he went to that Aspartar
Music
clinic.
school.
Yeah.
Guitar.
I love Sean
So
Darcy.
obviously, that's worked well.
He's looking good. And you know what? We're having the conversation. Like, you don't just go to Qatar when things are bad. You go to learn more about your body and you go
Yes.
Right.
to see if there's anything more you could be doing. And it's a perfect time of the season for him, obviously. Still got a couple of weeks.
It's like a very refined training program.
What happen if I'd strolled into that place in Qatar and go, okay,
They'd be like, no, you don't belong here.
They're like, we're going to have to block out a few days.
Somebody
for this one."
escort this man out.
And you walk in there
Can't
going,
even
I
touch
just
his
want to
toes.
be able to touch my toes.
that'd be funny. I'd walk in there and there'd all be people bustling around. Then they'd look at me and they'd go, okay, just 1 second. They'd pop at the back and then the lights would turn off. and I'd just be standing there waiting.
Seabass, when you saw the guys going about their training sessions, which I was able to do a few weeks ago, I was astounded by the level of fitness and strength that these guys portray when they're out there.
Yeah, they've definitely transformed, and we know what it's like. Pre-season is the time that you get those hard gains. You get in the gym, you lift heavy, you sore all the time, and you push those fitness things. But now is my favourite time because they're starting to do more tactical things. Okay. It's less about running laps on the oval, and it's more about doing match simulation and working on some of the
So the conditioning phase is over, and now it's more about the footy phase.
As a journo, it's not fun watching other people exercise. I feel bad. I get PTSD when I see them running around knowing the pain that they're going through.
But not just that, this is the thing about Australian weather and the way the football season is done. The fact that this is all happening when it's this blistering
100
heat
degrees.
is horrendous.
So what they do is they try to start early. So, for example, today they might get underway about 8:30 and hopefully they're done by about 11:30. But when you're in the waffle competition, as you know, you've got to train after work. They've got to have
time we're training this afternoon.
5 o'clock?
5:30.
Yeah, and it's going to be stinging heat.
I reckon it'll still be high 30s. And we push that back. We normally start like just after 5.
Yes, I'm talking about conditioning and training. Can you touch your toes? We've been talking about it this morning.
Mate, of course I can touch
Can you
my
show
toes.
me, please? Because I said I'm too tall.
Like standing up or sitting down?
No, what do you mean? Oh, we'll have all of it. Stand up.
Standing?
Whoa, you are like... You are flexible.
That's really
You should have
good.
been bloody taken off the
Also
market
got
years
very
ago.
long arms, and
I
also
know.
things like knee to wall. Like they've always been really good for me because I've got
I've got to do the knee to wall more. I've been thinking about that a lot lately.
just
Yeah,
things
it's
like
got to
that.
reach like a seasick dog.
Insane. You don't have to get up to get anything. You just put your arm out.
But
Grab
That's
it.
what you need to be the greatest goal shooter in the world.
I got the ultimate compliment the other day. One of the girls said to me, your kicking's really improving. So that is fantastic. I've finally got myself a
That just
great
means you
mouth
sucked
guard
badly
as
at the
well.
beginning.
That's important.
So I'm excited. I went down to Dental Circle in Bassendean. They gave me like a legit one. So you have to teach me how to talk with it in because I've never...
Can you get
Well, no,
things
once you've
written
got
on
a
it?
good one, it's fine. You just get
reckon?
used to it. Yeah.
It's more, and it's the breathing as well.
Can I ask
It's a
you,
lot through your nose. I'm not a nose
I'm just not
breather.
used to
I'm a mouth
hurrying.
breather.
Seabass, you're going to spend some time in the forward line, right? And when you see a lot of the people taking their shots for goal, and you'll see this
Yes.
all the time,
They take
take
it
their
out.
mouth guard out, and they'll... How
Put
do
it
you
in
feel
their
about
sock.
putting it in your sock?
I'm not going to put it in my sock.
No, you should wear a
I'll
garter.
I'll tuck it in my... I think I'll tuck it in my top. like
Yeah,
in
'cause
your
the
bra.
girls have got
I
a
think
sports
that's more
bra.
of a girl thing
Yeah.
to do. But a couple of girls have lost their mouth guard at training already doing that. So
Remember
yeah.
when people used to put the straps on their sunglasses?
Yeah,
Maybe
absolutely.
one of them for your mouth guard.
Yeah, you need them.
where did you tuck it in your sock? Were you a sock
Right in
tucker?
his
Yeah,
jocks.
sock guy.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Right in shocks under his balls is where he can.
yeah, yeah. no.
And I never put any water in. I just put it back in.
Straight back
Because
in
I'd
again.
like to be close to myself.
You can say disgusting.
Seabass, are you a swimmer?
No, God, I can't swim. I was lucky enough to interview Kyle Lee a couple of weeks back. He's an open water swimmer who's absolutely crushing it, a WA boy. And I just said, how do you do it? Swimming in the ocean or swimming a billion laps in a pool is not something that I think is enjoyable.
Yeah, but you normally can touch the bottom though, so there's
Yeah.
no point.
But even like in netball and running, if you get tired and you stop, you just stop. If you're
Yes.
in the ocean and you stop
Yeah.
swimming, then
Yeah,
you're
you're
dead,
going-
you die.
you're going
And like,
down.
I know you're a roto swimmer and you've done
Yeah.
that a couple of times. Like, is that not scary?
No, it is scary, and I'm preparing for the Rider Swim with my boys in a second. But I swam on the weekend, for example, the great open water swimmers. I was looking at the fastest times, and over 2Ks, the guy who won it beat me by 11 minutes. When you think about that over a 2K distance, like that, that is
Significant.
enormous.
So he's going a lot faster than you, isn't
That's
he?
like half the. He's would have beaten
Yeah.
me by a K of 2Ks. That's,
The great thing is, Sean, like, you know, you do know that if you were to fall in the water, you have got a fighting chance to survive. I might
you're
as well, if I'm on a boat, I might as well just do a pinny to my dress. A pin drop to the bottom of the ocean. Because there's nothing
Just
I'm
be
going to
done
do
with
that's
it,
going to get me
Nathan.
to the shore.
So we know if you go missing off a cruise ship,
Yeah.
that's it.
That's
You're
it.
Oh,
done.
mate, unless a friendly pot of dolphins goes, oh, look at this white idiot. Go pick him up.
I am swimming with my sons coming up for the Rido Swim. We're raising money for the Kai Fella Foundation, which
that's
a lot of people do, and
Yes.
it's amazing.
They
And
do
my
extraordinary work.
David Mundy's on the board there, and which is great. And my friend Bronwyn York works there, which is awesome. But I just want to do a shout out to my friends Sean and Lily Allen, who have
Lily Allen.
Yep, Lily, who's put in some money for us
just
to be
split
able
from
to
her
do
husband.
this and raise money for the foundation, for the charity itself. They've been great. The whole Allen group has been amazing with
that's
Grant and Basil from Melville Mazda always helps,
yeah. Zoom,
helps
zoom.
us out, and Jeremy, who donated some money too. But thanks to the Allen family, they're always amazing, and to the lovely Gwen, who's the matriarch of that family. She used to sit with my grandparents at East Fremantle Oval
did
back
she?
in the day with the late Bob Allen and watch the East Fremantle Sharks get around. So I'm really
cute.
close to the family. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's nice.
They are.
Oh, well-
And by the way, they had a Sean wanted to touch base, and I showed you the message, Nathan,
Yes.
to do with two slices who they're great
Oh,
family
yes,
friends with yesterday.
his mates. He
And they
loves
thank
those
you a
two
lot.
guys. Yeah, well, it's a great business and they're good people. That's great, Sean. You haven't asked us for any money.
Do you know what? Well,
Matter of time. You know that.
I was
I'm
going to say,
coming
while
for
we're
you.
asking for money, I got my footy fees handed to me the other day, and they said you can get a sponsor, a personal sponsor,
How much?
if
How
you
much
want.
are they?
How much are we talking?
$500.
$500 to play footy.
$500
You've got a wedding
for me
to pay
to play
for.
Waffle W this season.
Do I get my name on your jersey?
We need to get you a sponsor.
Yeah, but I also got my first contract because the girls are getting paid this year. Guess how much the gals are getting paid? Or we are
How
at
much?
Perth. Guess.
Okay, a week?
Wait, no, hang on, like you
So
should.
are
per
we
week?
talking for the season?
No, each game. Just a game.
Okay,
Just a game
All
match fee.
right, all right. So,
I feel like Sean's probably the best place to have a legitimate guess.
no,
here.
but then he should go
okay.
last. Natalie, you guess.
I'm going to say a pie, but with sauce.
Okay, I'm going to say $150 each.
I'm going to say 100 a win, 20 a loss.
It's not a win or loss. It's just a flat rate. And at Perth, because we're a new club, we're splitting all the funds evenly. $70 a game.
70 bucks.
$70 a game.
So I was 100 a win, and that was AFL.
Yeah, can I
But
just
how
tell
long
you
ago,
something?
Sean?
Can I just tell you something though,
40
Caitlin?
years ago.
If that was me, I would play my first game, and then at the end of that, they'd go, okay, we're now re-offering you $5.
So in my head, I was like, okay, so I've got to play 7 games to
Yes.
break even this season. Yeah.
Okay, so what happens if someone sponsors you? What's the deal?
I don't know. I've
What
absolutely
do they
no clue.
get in exchange for that?
Just the pleasure of sponsoring Caleb Bassett.
If there's a business
Is their
out there,
name shown
if
anywhere?
there's a business out there or an
don't know.
individual that would like to sponsor you, do they get some Caitlin Bassett time?
Maybe
down to their business?
Maybe, yeah. Why not? That sounds fantastic. I mean, I'm sure we could do.
You can
some
work a shift down to JB Hi-Fi.
Yeah, why not? I mean, a coffee sponsor would be great because obviously that's
Get in touch
that's
with
a-
them if you're out
That
there.
is a great alignment
Yeah,
for you.
We
yeah.
can
Talking
hit her
about
up
one
on
of-
Insta as well, or you can hit us
some
up and
social
we'll put
love.
you together.
Yeah.
But like, come on, mate, she's on the
mean-
radio all the time and she will drop your name.
Just like
It's worth
Sean
it.
did with all those people.
Yeah, absolutely. They're lovely people. I love them. Some really sad information has just come through too. Former West Coast Eagles premiership player Adam Hunter has passed.
No way.
Just now, we've just heard that. We're not sure. It's been
wow.
reported in the West Australian. Caitlin, I'm sure you'll be going to work, and that'll be part of your day today. Of course, we spoke earlier this morning about Troy Selwood.
Yeah.
But Adam Hunter, he was a massive part of that West Coast Eagles football club.
Yeah, interesting. And I was doing some stalking the other day, and there's a list that the AFL put out of best teams of the century, and he was named in the Eagles' best team of the century for his contributions, obviously not just in their premiership years, but aside from that.
Oh,
That's tragic,
It's heartbreaking.
isn't it?
football,
Yep.
mate. What's happening?
Yeah, it's tough.
In bad run at the moment.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Sean Sport in podcast form.
I've been really intrigued, and I know I've talked about it a lot, but the fact that Luka Doncic is now at the LA Lakers.
This is our third straight
Are you
day of
joking?
talking about Luka Doncic.
There's more information keeps coming out.
Can you write this out in your own head?
It's been good because we haven't heard from him yet. And
Right.
until yesterday, he was shown with the LA Lakers and they interviewed him, and it was a big shock
What
for
does this
him. We're
guy look
talking
like?
one of the greatest players that will ever play the game. And this is what he had to say about when he found out.
I was almost asleep, so when I got a call, I had to check it was April 1st. I didn't really believe it at first, and it was a bit shock. It was hard moments for me. It was home.
He thought it was April Fool's Day, and he's the best player in their team by a country mile. He's 25 years of age.
Slovenian.
Yes, Slovenian. He's a global megastar, superstar, and their team wanted him out so much they gave him up as their franchise player.
And he was not aware that it was on the cards.
No one was aware.
That's amazing,
So
isn't it?
you're thinking the suggestion that he might be a bit of a prick.
It seems that way, Nath. And the club, the Dallas Mavericks, this June coming, that they were expected to sign him to, it's called a mega cap salary deal, where he was going to get paid $350 million over 5 years. So he's on about $70 million a year. And so all the clubs always go through with that, right? Because if you're the best player, you can lock that person down. I know that seems like it's an extraordinary amount of money, but you lock them down and you go, beauty, I've got them for pretty much life.
Yep.
This club opted to go, we need to get rid of this guy, and we're going to do it. So for him to leave and go to LA can sign him to a deal that's $100 million less. So he's blown $100 million by being out of shape and being a complete arse at this footy club, at this basketball club, and he finds
also he's
himself
going
at a new home.
to the Lakers where he's not the number one guy.
Would he?
Right?
He will within.
But I mean,
he will
LeBron,
within a year.
like, you know.
But
Yeah.
LeBron's just playing
He's
so
in-
he can play a little bit with his son at the
Yeah.
moment, isn't
I know,
he?
but he's still doing all right.
Is that right? I don't know. I don't know anything.
Well, LeBron keeps playing because he's so much better than everyone else.
Yes.
The other 2 nights ago, he dominated the game.
He's not taken up
Absolutely
space.
dominated the game, and he posted a thing. This is 40, and he was the best player by a country mile.
But this guy is in a situation. Am I right to say that $100 million? He's not going to feel that.
No, of course he's not.
Oh, no
So, but
way,
the difference
man.
between
$100 million.
250
What's he's left with? What, 200 million?
250.
Well,
So
he'll have a
350 to
$250 million
You
contract.
He won't notice
you
the
can't feel
difference.
that. you know what I mean? Like you can't suddenly. Like,
I mean, objectively,
though.
you go, like his
Yeah,
ego's
you know
going to
that-
take a hammering,
yes, but-
obviously,
but
because he
in
would
your
like to
life,
be
that's big time
known
now.
as highly paid.
in your
but
life, though,
Yeah.
like it's $100 million. Like, I mean, you've got another 150 of those.
250.
You've got another 250 of those.
I know. Look, he bought a $12 million, $15 million house just the other
With
day.
cash.
So I'd imagine
that is nothing.
250.
Look at that. That's nothing with his pay.
He's got the repayments covered, hasn't he?
That's a duplex for him.
That is a duplex.
That is disgusting.
Well
you know
said.
what? This is the crazy thing. The person that just won the lotto, right? One person,
Yes.
one chick in Sydney.
Yeah.
$100 million.
Yep.
He's had to work his whole life and career to get to a point where
Yes.
he's getting offered $70 million a year to play basketball. She just won that
Yeah,
overnight.
Amazing.
Bought a ticket.
It is amazing.
She now makes this woman who's won $100 million. You can probably Google so many established celebrities' names. Maybe
Yes.
even say Emma Stone. Emma Stone's been
Yeah.
in everything. I don't think she'd probably have $100 million.
No.
And she's had to go to Hollywood and become a movie star.
Yeah.
And you've got
Well, that's the way you want to win it, isn't it?
And you know what
wanna
else?
do nothing and
Hers
get
is
it.
tax-free.
tax.
Because there's a lotto win. Sean nearly fell a chair.
Jesus, so shocked. The second test against Sri Lanka gets underway for the men's in Gaul just in a
Today?
couple of days. Tomorrow, actually. We'll see how Australia goes. Sent home Sam Constas.
We'll see how Australia goes.
Well, they're paying $1.05. They're literally paying $1.05.
If they don't win that, then that's the greatest boil over of all time after the first test and on exactly the same ground.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
absolutely. And sad news yesterday in the AFL world where we lost Troy Selwood,
that is
and the
a genuine
Selwood family
tragedy,
have been an amazing group of people who have come through the AFL.
Yeah.
4
Yeah.
siblings who were able to play at the top level together, and to have that loss in the AFL world, but more importantly to their parents and
Yeah.
to the brothers.
And
Oh,
to his,
yeah.
his
Every
family,
family
you know,
member.
he had kids. It's just so
it's
devastating.
It's horrible to hear about
yeah,
that.
for sure.
Sean Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.